COVID-19, a time of lockdowns and isolation, when the world's pace slowed and people retreated to their homes, something sinister began to creep into the American consciousness and started to erode our very way of life. Not that it matters who, but both vaxxers and anti-vaxxers found themselves, with nothing but screens to keep them company. Americans streamed and scrolled, sucked into a cycle of sensationalism and fear. And in the midst of this digital haze, a new villain was born: the American Hoarder. Once revered for their dedication to keeping every scrap and trinket that crossed their path, they became society's newest scapegoat, the misunderstood defenders of freedom and abundance. The very essence of defining American exceptionalism became branded as nothing more than troubled souls and a blight on our culture and community. This is an offense to our founding fathers who fought and died for the sole purpose of freedom. Hoarding. Yes, the TV show Hoarders saw a surge in popularity. Even the deranged, undesirable, unattractive, and mentally unstable content creators of BCT Productions also took part in the disgraceful display. Totally fictional celebrities that in no way at all resemble anyone living or dead, and if they do, it's strictly coincidence and unintentional. Fictional celebrities like Dr. Michael Tompkins, Dr. David F. Tolan, Dr. Susanna Shabad, and many more, all claiming to be psychologists, which is of course a made-up word for the propagandic anti-hoarding movement. But the worst of all, the leader and mastermind of this anti-American sleeper cell, Dr. Robin Zazio. She claims the description of a licensed clinical psychologist who specializes in obsessive-compulsive disorder and compulsive hoarding. Like, what? The very title is fake and expresses the malintent of the show that we all couldn't stop watching for entertainment. But what we watched wasn't just faked entertainment. It was propaganda, crafted to convince us that holding on to life's treasures was a mental illness, a sickness. Those who loved, cherished, and preserved America's goods were suddenly painted as threats to society. The true American consumer exceptionalist, the brave men and women who kept every item, large and small, because they understood the value of having enough and internalized the true intent of the Revolutionary War, were now seen as flawed, their homes called cluttered, their minds called unstable. George Washington is shaking his head in shame. This wasn't an accident. This was a campaign. They took our proudest patriots, those who dared to embrace abundance, and twisted them into villains, all while a minimalist agenda crept in farther and farther, casting its shadow over American freedom, forcing people to purge, to give up, to abandon their loyalty to success, in excess, all under the guise of, quote and unquote, helping. But today, we reclaim the narrative. Today, BCT Productions repents of our transgressions against America, freedom, consumerism, and to the highest and holy. Today, we start to restore honor to the hoarders, the brave souls who resisted, who saw through the illusion and held on tight. This song is for the real heroes of the American way and to the hoarders, the keepers, the defenders of freedom. We salute you. And we are here for you.
They chant declutter like it's some holy creed, but all they're doing's planting a traitorous seed. They envy our strength, our freedom to keep, so they push their bare shells, their lives so bleak. These people need to be tried for treason against American ideals. Our founding fathers had only one thing in mind: to protect American consumerism. Anti-hoarding, that's more than a fad. It's an attack on the freedom every patriot had. While we stock up, they toss it away, as the real Americans know true pride doesn't sway. Anti-hoarding is a systematic propaganda machine, complete with articles, Netflix series, with a sprinkle of quote and unquote professionals. They say live with less, but who are they fooling? We know they're just scared abundance ruling. Minimalistic, they're above the rest, but that anti-American spirit fails to test. They play a large game of on TV, then in the schools and even placing cryptic personal ads on dating sites. Always swipe left on anti-consumerists. We hold on to life, the things we adore, while traders throw treasures right out the door. True Americans know to keep and preserve, while these traders just swerve, without grit, without nerve. They say clean spaces bring peace to the mind, but I see the soul that's been left behind. They're shredding memories, tossing away bits of heritage they dare not display. Throwing everything away is not organizing, it is simply giving up on yourself. No sentimental ties, no love in their space. Empty hearts and bare shells are their disgrace. While we hold close what history gives, they got the spirit where freedom lives. They toss and they purge like they're better than most, but a life without depth is a life that's lost. We see through the lies, their hollow creed. We'll guard what they toss, it's what patriots need. These heathens need to get right. We hold on to life, the things we adore, while traders throw treasures right out the door. True Americans know to keep and preserve, while these traders just swerve, without grit, without nerve. These heathens need to get right with Jesus. Throw it away, now that's just a sin. They're tearing apart what we all keep within. True Americans don't just clean out their pride, they keep what they love with strength on their side. They strip down their lives, act plain and small, but spies hide best when they've got nothing at all. You must use Thanksgiving to weed out the sleep cell members of your family. It is your duty. They creep through the land with traitors' aim, while hoarders stay true, defending the name. When the lights go out and supplies run thin, who'll have the last laugh? Guess who'll win? They'll beg for the things they threw away, while we hoarders stand firm, prepared to stay. We hoard guns to keep what is ours, not to take from others. Empty shelves can't feed their need. When crisis hits, it's hoarders they'll plead. We'll have the strength, the tools, the might, while traders regret their minimalist plights. They think the light's hidden, but we see the truth. Their bare shells betray a broken youth. I watched an episode of Hoarders where these Nazis, they took 1,000 rats right out of a man's house. Brother, I'm with you, while they follow trends that fall from grace. We hoarders hold on in freedom's embrace. Defend your hoard like the dragons that live on the outskirts of Chernobyl. From bars to basements, we keep what we own, while traders stand bare, their weakness shown. True Americans stand ready and proud, while traders live small under their minimalist shroud. They're jealous and you know why. They don't know how to truly keep their lives in order, so they clear out their houses and their cars and their double-wide premium trailers and the sheds and their mothers' attics and basements and their front and backyards, and they push that barbarian lifestyle because they are true Americans. They empty the shelves, strip bare the land, but we'll guard our homes with a full, steady hand. They leave us weak, a ghostly scene, but hoarders hold strong, defenders unseen. Except we aren't unseen. That was just us being humble about you being able to see and envy our giant hoard. On mountains of freedom and preparedness, When the fight comes and the stakes run high, they'll wish they hadn't let freedom die. With every item they threw away, they betrayed the country that made them stay. But hoarders keep what freedom grants, not cowed by weak on American chants. So here we stand, with strength unmatched. As traitors crumble, the hoarders save America from the traitors among us.
Since all keep strong, let's got what we own. We won't want freedom beats to the bone. Some basements to bonds will keep what we need. Our shelves stacked with pride, our hearts full of greed. This country was built on abundance and great. The traitors among us are tearing it bit by bit. So here's our call to the bold and the brave. Protect what we cherish from cradle to grave. Together we'll fight, defend what we love. For freedom's foundation rests firm in our trove. The traitors will fall, their weakness exposed, while patriots hold strong with courage composed. So rise up, Americans, it's hoarding we trust, to save our great nation from traitors among us. Ooh, oh, traitors among us. Ooh, stop the traitors among us. Teach your children that the only way true Americans will survive the ever-increasing calamity that are plaguing our world and threatening our shores. Our only defense is hoarding. They must be taught to hoard pets, hoard magazines, hoard clothes that they have worn unwashed for weeks at a time with no intention of washing, because buying used clothes from Goodwill is cheaper than owning a washer and dryer. That's actually true, so maybe consider it. When someone threatens their treasures, their life's work, they're precious. Act out accordingly, don't let be sin-head equivalent to clutterers or organizers or therapists or whatever made up and extravagantly bloated titles they create for themselves. Infringe on your God-given rights as a natural-born citizen of this blessed country that we hold dear. You are an American, do your part, live up to that honor. Consume, hoard, fight the righteous crusade against the oppressors. You have nothing to fear in this war against anti-consumerizing tyranny, and you want to know why? You have God on your side.